I'll give my neck a break from...
They're twisting it other way.
Yeah, that's right. So, Scotty, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so hands up who knows Scotty.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a few fans in the room. So, yeah, I've only had a couple of chats with Scotty, but just truly inspired by his story and really looking forward to you sharing tonight, Scotty. And I've got some questions written on a plate, but I'll try and go by memory. So, Scotty, you also, along with John, had a bit of a traumatic upbringing and you went through some experiences that really changed your life. Can you tell us about what life was like before you went off the rails and then what led you to go off the rails at around 17, 18?
Yeah, so my life was pretty good. I was pretty sporty, you know. I loved playing football, played reps, rugby league, you know. I loved all the sports and that. And then, but school was hard for me, you know. I had learning difficulties, getting in trouble from kindergarten, suspended, expelled, you know. So
Yeah.
school wasn't really my thing. So when it's like that, you sort of gravitate towards people that are like you know, the people that get in trouble, you know. And I knew I was a little bit different from when I started, you know. So.
And you think too that you had ADHD, don't you? When
Yeah.
we were chatting,
Yeah, that's right.
and often that has been gone undiagnosed with a lot of people as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't find that out till a lot later on, you know.
Yeah,
So
right.
that sort of explains why I had so much trouble at school, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, you sort of gravitate towards other kids that are like you know, and they were the naughty kids, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, going back to it, like I played footy and then under 16s, I did my knee. I done my AC in my knee in the grand final,
Okay.
which means I pretty much couldn't play the next year, you know. So instead of training 3 days a week, then playing football on the weekend and that, I had nothing to do, you know. So
Yeah.
that's when you find, you know, you're going out partying, drinking, and that's when it all started, you know.
And was it also a sense of losing that team, that mateship that you had when you were playing rugby?
Yeah, of course, because they were all good boys, you know what I mean? They were all
Yeah.
good guys, you know.
Yeah.
They were all like into their fitness, this and that, you know, and then you sort of lose that and then you look for something else, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. And so something happened to your best mate and that really sent you spiralling, didn't it?
Yeah, so 4 days after my best mate's 18th birthday, he got hit by a train up at Wellwood train station. Yeah, and that pretty much turned my life, like flipped my life upside down, you know. We done everything together. We played football together, hanged out after school. We done everything. And I was meant to be with him that night, but I was on bail and I had a curfew at 8 o'clock. And I said, no, I'll come with you. He goes, no, don't be stupid. You'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, I never saw him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really sad, and I'm really sorry for
Yeah.
what you went through there. What were you on bail for?
I think it was assault. I
Right.
think, yeah.
Okay.
I like fighting back in the day, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, then after that, I just, my whole mindset changed. I thought to myself, if life can be taken away that quickly, I'm just going to live my life to the fullest, you know. But I lived it to the fullest the wrong way, you know. I turned to crime, I turned to drugs, I turned to,
Yeah.
you know.
And I was going to ask you that when you went through that tragedy, what you told yourself to be able to get through, because often when we go through traumatic events, we make a kind of an inner vow or tell ourselves something that's going to be able to propel us to get through that hard time. So you escaped in drugs.
Yeah, I think I just tried to numb it.
Yeah.
And
You
just
didn't
forget it.
really get help or anything.
I didn't want to deal with it, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to deal with it. So the easiest way to do that is through drugs.
Yeah.
You know, and then what drugs leads to is crime. What crime leads to is jail.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Vicious,
like John
vicious
said, it's that
cycle.
treadmill, but I call it a revolving door.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same thing as a treadmill. Crime, drugs, jail, back out, crime, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And so what drugs did you start on? Because I know it got a lot worse for you.
Yeah, that's right. So I just started drinking, smoking a bit of pot here and there. And as it goes on, you start taking a few ecstasy pills, and then it just gradually goes on till, you know, you're in your mid-20s and you're a heroin addict, you know, so, yeah.
And it's interesting that you say, the way you said that, for people that haven't been through the drug cycle, you know, they're probably sitting wondering, well, how does that happen? How do you go from smoking weed to all of a sudden being a heroin addict? Can you remember the first day that you tried heroin?
Yeah, it was in jail, actually.
Right.
That was the first time I tried it in jail, yeah.
Okay.
My cellie got it in, like John said, that people get it in through their visitors and that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, my cellie got a drop that weekend. And yeah, that's the first time I tried it, you know. And people say it's the devil's drug, and it is the devil's drug, you know. As good as it makes you feel, the things you do for it and the things you do is just devilish, you know. Yeah.
But you went on to find a drug that was worse, didn't you, after that?
Yeah.
So, do you want to tell us about that?
Well, I mean, it started, like I said, but then it was heroin, it was ice.
Ice, yeah.
You know, you'll take anything, yeah.
Yeah. And I think when we were talking about how ice is a real soul-destroying drug.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it all starts off happy and all this, but
yeah,
by the end of it, you know, you're only going down one path. You know, you're going to be dead or you're going to be in jail.
And that is true. I counsel a lot of. I have counselled quite a few ice addicts, and that's exactly what I hear all the time.
Yeah.
And I know with my own addiction to alcohol and pills, you start off having a certain amount, and then that doesn't really work that great. So then you need more and more and more.
Yeah, that's
and you're
right.
continually chasing that high that you once got, but it never really comes, does it?
No, that's exactly right. And it just gets more and more expensive.
Yeah.
And no one has that sort of money. So what do you do for the money? You've got to do crime to do that.
Yeah. Scotty, how bad did it get? What was your worst day or your worst moment?
I mean, in addiction, you got a lot of bad moments in your life. You know, and I think deep down you're depressed, you know.
Yeah.
And you try to hide that depression with drugs. You're trying to hide what you're feeling and what you're going through drugs and that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a few times, you know, I felt like ending it, you know.
Yeah.
Like I had nothing in that stage. I had nothing to live for.
Right.
You know, and then you just thought, well, what's the point of living this life? You know, if I'm just going to keep doing this shit.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen. I know I was going to end up back in jail, and I just thought, what am I doing here? You know,
So in that rock bottom, what was it that actually was the catalyst to turn your life around?
So the last time I was in jail was 2020, and it was for a crime I didn't actually commit this time.
Right.
You know, for all the crimes I did do, but I was actually in jail for a crime I didn't commit. You know, and if I got found guilty of it, I was looking at 7 to 10 years. And I was sitting in Parklea jail, and the day before I just seen a bloke get stabbed and bashed. Well, like I thought he died, you know. And we were locked in for about 7 days after that.
Wow.
And I was sitting in Parklea and I just said to myself, something's got to change, eh?
Yeah.
You know, like I can't keep doing this. And everything I tried wasn't working, you know. I'd do the same thing, get out, hang out with the same people, and the same shit would happen. You know, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to pray. And,
Had you prayed before?
No, not really.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And all I said, like, I didn't ask to be a millionaire, I didn't ask to get a Lamborghini or any shit like that, you know? I just said, God, give me one more chance at my life.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's what, if you give me one more chance at my life, I'll do the rest. You know, and I just said that for 16 months while I waited for my court date.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give me one more chance. I love that.
Yeah, just give me one more chance in my life and I'll do the rest. And that's what I said for 16 months every night, yeah.
And so every night when you prayed that, did you believe that that was going to happen? Because obviously you kept praying that prayer.
Yeah. I was hoping it was going to happen. I didn't know, you know. I guess it's about faith. You've got to have faith. And I have faith, but I was hoping that it was going to happen, yeah.
Yeah.
But in that 16 months, I had a lot of things happen. Like, I got stabbed twice in jail.
Right.
I lost my grandfather. My dad had a stroke as well. So there was a lot of things that happened too where I thought, you know what, this is the end. You know, this will be the last time I'm in jail. Whether I get out or whether I do the 7 or 10 years, I won't be coming back.
And that really is the ultimate rock bottom, isn't it? When you're led to have such a desire to change that you'll do anything to change.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so that prayer was answered?
Yeah, it was answered. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to court and I think it started on the 1st of May.
And how long ago was this?
I got arrested at the start of 2020 and my court date was at the start of May, so
Okay.
whatever that is, so you know, I mean, the courts are backed up, so it takes ages to get to your court date. But yeah, court started, I pleaded not guilty, obviously.
Yeah.
And my lawyer called me in downstairs at the Downing Centre and he said to me, oh look, something's happened. The one witness, he's decided to change his statement and say that there's now a firearm involved and someone smacked him over the head 30 times with it. And I've gone, what? Like, I don't know where, you know what I mean? This guy's just... Anyway, little do I know that that's what changed the whole court case. That's just shown that he's a complete liar.
Yeah.
You know, like, he said all this stuff's happened, but he can't identify anyone. He doesn't even know who I am.
Yeah.
You know, and then he got up on the stand and just made an absolute dick of himself, eh? Like, sorry to swear, but yeah.
Those 16 months really paid off, didn't they?
You
Hey,
know,
praying that every
like,
day.
even the judge was looking at him and stopped him and said, mate, like, what are you going on about? Like, I don't know what you're saying, what to believe, you know? And then this went on we picked the jury on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this went on. And then Friday I got to the Downing Centre and then my lawyer pulled me downstairs again and he goes, you're going home. And I said, what? And he goes, yeah, you're going to walk out the court with your mum this afternoon. And I was like, what are you talking about? They said, yeah, they've acquitted you of all charges.
Wow.
And I thought...
That deserves a round of applause, doesn't it? I could see the relief on your face right now when we're talking about it.
Well, you're looking at 7 to 10 years.
I know.
And then, you know, like, when I do something wrong, I put my hand up and say, you know what, I stuffed up, give me my sentence. You know, but this time I actually didn't do this crime and I was thinking, man, come on. And and that Friday, 5 o'clock, they let me walk out and I walked out of court with my mum and my sister.
Oh.
I never looked back.
Wow.
Never been in trouble again, yeah.
Was that one of your happiest moments?
Yeah, 100%, yeah. That and meeting my partner at the moment, yeah.
Oh, what a great story of hope, eh? Scotty, before we wrap up, and we'll get you back up for the panel, but before we wrap up, what strategies help you today? Because you've witnessed a lot, you've been through a lot of trauma, and it just kind of, the thoughts don't go away, like thoughts keep coming back and keep trying to revisit us. So what do you do when that PTSD that you've got now and those traumatic thoughts come up? What are the strategies that you have in your life that actually help you keep your mental health well?
That's a good question. I don't really do much. I think it might be good later on in life to maybe go speak to someone or a therapist or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But there are things that trigger me, like I watch things on TV, like a jail thing or something on the news, you know, and it brings back memories.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, we're in a prison right at Long Bay in 2020, you know what I mean? And then, like, you see things on TV and movies and that, and it brings back memories, you know? Like, when the Screws tear gassed, they shot like 35 tear gas capsules into our yard. Like, I thought I was going to die. Like, you couldn't breathe and that, you know what I mean? So there is little things you see that you wouldn't think trigger you, but they do trigger you, you know?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know, so...
And what do you do in those moments to emotionally calm yourself down or...
To be honest, I think I just try, not bottle it up, but I try not to think about it really, you know?
Okay.
I try to distract myself, you know?
Okay, distraction,
Yeah, like I work now, I work 6 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, we do 10-hour days, you know what I mean? So Oh yeah, like I've got a family now, I've got a missus, I've got 2 step-kids, you know,
Oh,
so we're always
yeah.
busy, we're always
Yeah.
doing stuff.
And you got your faith.
I've got my faith, I've got my church, C3
Yeah.
World, you know, they're like
Yeah.
a second family to me now, you know, so
Yeah, oh, that's
they're
awesome.
good, yeah.
Oh, well, Scotty, it's been an absolute honour to have you share your story tonight. And this is the first time that he's shared his story. And it was really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.